Real Talk. This is my first segment of the Girl Talk, Real Talk. And I'd like to welcome you. I'm Soulful Nikkita. So today we're talking about falling, or the action of falling. So a quote that I love but don't know who wrote this quote, and I want to give big props to this person. You're so smart. Failure does not come from falling. Nope. But failure comes from not getting up. Okay? Did you all hear that? Failure comes from not getting up. So it follows that what defines us is how we rise to the occasion. So just remember that. Okay? So let's get into it. Yes. Number 1, the dramatic faller. Now, this can happen anywhere. My favorite is when it happens in sports, okay? Soccer, basketball, but basketball, I'm gonna focus on that because I love playing basketball. And actually, there are a few basketball players who tend to do this a lot, and it's called a flop. It's an intentional fall based on no contact or minimum contact from your opponent, and this is to draw a foul from the other side. So falls are very dramatic, okay? Very dramatic. And so a few players do this in basketball. However, let the video do all the talking. Zoop. So as you can see, even if I were to like cough or sneeze or blow, they'd probably fall just the same way. So it's very entertaining to see. However, it's taken away from the game of basketball and the beauty and the love that I have for basketball. So, you know, don't do the flop. It's not worth it. Just play hardcore. You know, play hardcore. Ah. So in North America, you guys know that snow in winter is a large portion of the year, especially where I've lived in North America, okay? And so you have the never-ending faller. That's number 2, the never-ending faller. This person will, for dear life, try to save himself as he's trying to fall. And no matter what he does, it's like he's doing a dance. He's doing a dance in the snow, and he's sliding and sliding and sliding in the hopes of not falling. But guess what? A high percentage, you will fall. I'm sorry to say. So just take it like a man, take it like a girl, and just fall. Okay, you'll get up, don't worry, just fall. But here's a short clip of precisely that. I think this person spent like 9 minutes or 9 seconds trying to fall. So, or not trying to fall, trying to save himself. Check it. Number 3, the doubtful faller. Now this person amuses me so much. So a few weeks ago, I was walking, and so the weather is warm, and currently I stay in Boston. So as you know, in Boston, if you've ever been here, the paved way or the walkway, a lot of it, some of them have bricks, and some of the bricks don't fall in line. There are a few bricks that are like, you know, deciding to do their own thing, and so they stick up, and so that can be a tripping hazard. So I was walking several steps behind this gentleman, and you know, I was doing my thing, walking, enjoying the weather, and all of a sudden, bloop, 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 it was like a cross between a trip and a fall. And so he managed to catch himself before hitting the ground, but as soon as he got his balance, his neck, not even his body, just his neck, like the Matrix, turned to where he fell. And so he was looking for that one brick that caused him to, I guess, embarrass himself, or to trip, or to fall, or whatever. So he found that brick, and then he was like, and turning and facing that patch of area which caused him to trip. And he was staring it, giving it a bad stare, looking at it so intently. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This looks like it's gonna be a fight between a brick and a man. That would be funny. So he was looking at it, and I don't know, it was like he could telepathically communicate with this brick. He was looking at it so intensely that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a drama. I took the popcorn out of my backpack and started chewing and eating as I was looking at this intenseness from the brick to the man, from the man to the brick. And yes, so this man just looking at that patch of area so intensely, and I don't know, maybe he was scolding the brick or wondering how the brick could have tripped him. But once he was satisfied at looking at this brick, and seriously guys, this was like for a minute, he got this content or satisfied look in his face, and then his neck went back to its original spot, and then he walked away. I was like, wow, I don't need to see Scandal or Empire tonight because I got all this entertainment and drama within a minute from this one situation. Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of it, I think. I mean, if I trip, I usually look back and be like, what tripped me? But I've never spent so long looking at a place that tripped me. I just walk away. But yeah, so that's the Doubtful Faller. He doubts that he fall, like, on purpose. Someone had to be blamed. So yeah, the brick, you're at fault. Watch out, guy. Number 4, the embarrassed faller. Okay, I'm guilty of this, but this is a fun one because sometimes when you fall, and again, I'm bringing in the snow issue, or it usually happens when it's snowing, it's cold, and there's like black ice underneath the fluffy white snow. So it's all an illusion. It's, you know, sometimes snow can be very deceitful because you can walk and slide. So I'll bring in my story. So one day I had my backpack and I was off and I was walking. I think class had ended and I was walking to, I think it was a break, so I was gonna go get some lunch. So I wasn't with any of my friends, I was by myself. And so I'm walking, I'm like, let me cut through this corner so I can get there faster. But little did I know there was dry or black ice underneath this light fluffy snow. So with one step, I fell on my backpack, on my butt. And so it was a nice cushiony landing, but I'm so glad I didn't have my laptop in my backpack because that would have broken into half. So I kind of like laid there for a little bit and I'm like, wow, I hope nobody saw this. This is so embarrassing, like really so embarrassing. So I slowly got up and I looked around. I'm like, hey, I don't know any of these people. Oh, good. None of my friends were here to witness me fall, and yeah, so I was lucky that that didn't happen. Have you guys ever felt that way, where you fall but you want to pretend it didn't happen, or you fall and you're just so glad that nobody you knew was around? Because trust me when I say, when you fall or when something embarrassing happens to you, your friends are gonna be behind and they'll bring it up at a party, or when you're studying, or when you're just trying to have fun. They will bring it up and they'll be like, yo, remember the time when Soulful Nikkita fell on the snow? And you'll be the joke of that night. So yeah, okay, on to the next one. Number 5, Macho Faller. Okay, so I admire people who can fall so gracefully and so elegantly. So these people have passed the stage of doubtful, embarrassing faller, all of that, and they are comfortable that if they fall in the moment, they know that they're not gonna dance around and try and save and try to stop themselves from falling, because the high chances that they will fall anyways. So these fallers just gracefully fall. Gracefully fall, and I mean that they have a less chance of breaking bones because they're less tense when they're falling. They just let it happen. And they're so graceful as they go down, and then they gracefully get up again. So it's as if they didn't even fall in the first place. I'm sure there's a clip depicting this. A lot of people people have fallen and gotten up, especially artists, and they do it so gracefully that you would think it's part of the choreography. So yeah, I need to learn how to do that. I'm still, you know, in the stage where I need to like try and dance my way so I don't fall. But to the Macho Fallers, hey yo, I see ya. I'm trying to be like ya when I grow up. So those are the 5 different fallers. So let me end off with this phrase or quote again. I'm sorry, I do not know who the author of this quote was, but I thought it was so invaluable that I needed to share it. Failure doesn't come from falling. So all of those who think that if you fall, it's the end of the world, no it isn't. Fall away, because failure doesn't come from falling. Failure comes from not getting up. So pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. So it follows that what defines us is how we rise from falling. Okay, so get up. Fall down as many times as it takes for you to get up and succeed and be where you want to be. Okay, so just do that. Falling, don't worry. If people laugh at you, that's okay. So joke's on them, because you're gonna get up and rise to the top. Okay guys, so thanks for tuning in to my first Girl Talk Real Talk. If you want to see more videos, definitely come back to my channel. Comment in the section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, see y'all at the next Girl Talk Real Talk. Peace.